This is the Mustang Revival series where me and my grandpa try to restore the Mustangs that have been sitting in his backyard for the past 10 years. He actually only owns 2 of them. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the 4th one. My grandpa only owns the first 2 as the other 2 are owned by close relatives. But I won't keep you any longer, let's get straight into the video. If you guys like the video, please consider leaving a like or even subscribing, as I will be posting these videos pretty frequently, and I hope you guys come back for more. So I hope you enjoy. But anyways, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so to avoid any confusion, this is a completely different block that me and my grandfather are tearing down, or engine block I should say. So if you watch the last video, you'll know that the first engine that we tore down, which was actually sitting in the 65 fastback, that was actually cracked. It had a crack around the transmission housing. And so my grandfather had this engine block sitting under a workbench in his workshop, and we took it out and decided to tear it down to see what it had to offer. And if you're wondering why my grandfather just has an engine sitting under a workbench in his workshop, we didn't just buy it, he's had it for a few years actually. And well, my grandfather has actually just been able to accumulate a bunch of parts from his past. My grandfather and his father actually have always had a general love for the car, where my grandfather actually drove a Mustang in high school, and after high school he went to a company and bought and sold parts for Mustangs and just Ford cars in general. But then he went on to do body work for shops, and he's always just worked on Mustangs. And actually in the mid-'80s, he became the president of the Mustang Club in my city, where him and his father taught people how to reupholster seats, and just they had like a monthly meet where they would just go teach the people that would come to the meets something new. So over time, he's just been able to collect a bunch of parts, and so we have a lot of spare parts that we can actually use on this project. So that's a really nice thing. Alright, so to the majority of people that are watching this and have a general knowledge of cars, just ignore all this, but this is mainly for the people that know me and are watching the video because they personally know me. So basically, this is how an engine works. The thing that we put in first is called the camshaft. This is the picture right here. This controls the fuel to air ratio, which causes many explosions, which then pushes down the piston, which spins the crankshaft, which is at the very bottom of this video. Now, if you're a little bit confused, the engine is actually flipped upside down. So the crankshaft is on the top of this engine block. So basically, the crankshaft spins, which that spins the transmission, and then later on that gets to the wheels. So just to catch everyone up, and if you already know how a car works, I'm sorry, you gotta listen to that. But for the people that know me personally, that's basically how a car works.
next clip is actually a pretty big leap forward. So we got all the pistons in and torque down. We also got the oil pan and the oil filter on, as well as the head, and we have most of the block painted black. Engine blocks painted black, oil pans painted black. My mains are all oily, just touched the new paint. We have one head on. I need to get the other one on, but I'm missing my camera, so I'm going to be doing that another day when I come back, and I'm going to record all of that. So, which is actually what you're seeing right now. This is the start of me basically tearing off the head, cleaning it, and then sanding it down just to a smooth surface so there's not any loose paint that might flake off with the new paint job.
In other words, I'm basically refurbishing the head.
Put on there wet.
So finally this video is actually wrapping up. I never thought it would come to an end because I've been filming this video for I think 3 to 4 months. It's been since I think the last month or two, the second to last month of school is when we tore the engine apart, and it's the second day of school when I'm recording this voiceover. So yeah, it's taken so long to build this engine. Here's actually the finished product of the engine. Everything's bolted together. The rods still need to be torqued down to the correct torque, but we're waiting on that kind of. But this is the entire engine block painted black. Here's it with valve covers on, and this is the car it's going into. It's going into a 65 fastback for anybody that's confused. And basically, it's going to go into the 65 fastback because me and my grandfather are going to primarily focus on the 65 fastback. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sell the car, get some of the money, and then we're going to put it towards my grandfather's 70 fastback because that's going to be his car that he and my grandmother are going to drive. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too montagey, like you guys didn't get bored. But thank you for watching to the end if you even made it this far. I really appreciate it, and I really hope you're enjoying this series, as it's taken me a really long time to record it, and I'm having a blast recording it. I've got to say, using all the parts and everything that my grandfather has, it's just like, it's a really cool experience. That's all I can say, but thank you guys for watching this video so much.